Hey, Splish back. Let me run forward and I'll get away for you.
Let's choke.
I think that was watch choke. Yep.
Go. Thank you.
Right behind you, bro. Hell yeah.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed that inspirational intro, or whatever we're gonna call it when it comes to playing America's Army Proving Grounds. Yes, I decided to go back once more into this free-to-play tactical shooter that was released as an open beta already back in late August 2013 for PC and PS4. And the game is the fourth game in the America's Army series. And you might of course have opinions when it comes to which game has been the best in the series, but even so, it is sad to see that the game will no longer have any official support after May 5th this year. Something I already have covered in a previous video, and I'm therefore putting up a card here if you want to check it out. So the official servers will no longer be up and running after May 5th, but I'm curious to know if some of you guys that are playing the game on PC are planning to host a private open server for people to join after the official servers have been taken down. Some people may not know that this game was produced in order to get more recruits to the US Army. The closure ends a 20-year run for an army recruiting tool whose tone and purpose was frequently criticized. But it became so much more than just a recruiting tool, I would say. It became a very well spread and popular game all over the globe. I believe we're talking about 13 million people that might have been playing the game as a whole. Recently, there's been everything between 200 to 400 players on average playing this game per day, if I'm checking out the Steam charts. As I've mentioned in my earlier videos, I've never played a lot of AAPG, but every time I've logged in and played, I've had a good time. First off, I like the game, but second, I've been lucky to get to play with a lot of nice people, being very supportive, even though I've sometimes been struggling a bit playing with a 160 ping, playing on the US servers, since I'm from Sweden, by the way. But with that said, I want to say thank you to the game itself, being fun and entertaining to play most of the time, and also thanks to a majority of the community that have contributed both with their time playing the game, but also spreading a lot of positive vibes in the servers. I do know and understand there are sometimes moments and matches where things can get a bit toxic here as well in the America's Army games, but coming from a background of playing, for example, both competitive CSGO and casual Call of Duty, well, I can tell you that the toxic level are most of the time much higher in those communities and games. Not always, but more often than here, from my experience. With that said, I would love to hear from you watching the video what kind of thoughts you might have, both when it comes to playing the game or not for that sake, and also of course the fact that the game is shutting down, since the US Army has decided to spend their money elsewhere when it comes to recruitments, and of course other reasons as well that we, or at least I, aren't aware of. But I also want to talk a bit about the future. Will there ever be a new America's Army game to look forward to? I don't think so, but on the other hand, I love when I'm wrong sometimes. We'll see about that. Then we might talk about other somewhat similar tactical shooters that might be of interest for you to check out. But instead of doing that, I wanted to mention a game that is supposed to become a spiritual successor to classic America's Army and a realistic team and skill-based tactical multiplayer FPS with focus on small unit tactical maneuvers, teamwork, unique classes, a challenging progression system, and competitive PvP matches. And that game is called Army Ops. Army Ops is under development by a studio called Hua Development. It's an early access game that is supposed to be released later in 2022. But you can already now go onto their Steam page that I've linked in the description and request access when it comes to their ongoing playtest. I've just done that recently, so I hope that I will get in there in order to check it out. Will it be as fun or as good as AAPG? That is to be seen, but it seems as they really want to develop a game that will appeal to former America's Army Proving Grounds players, so fingers crossed that they succeed with that. From what I can see also, Army Ops will be able to play on a low-end PC, which is of course always something that might attract more people playing the game as a whole. Now you also probably start to wonder if the game will be free to play, and the devs have said that Army Ops will stay free to play and that they won't add an in-game shop nor lock any multiplayer content behind a paywall. That sounds promising at least. But we're gonna leave Army Ops for a second and get back into America's Army Proving Grounds, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. And as I mentioned earlier, let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's always interesting to interact and hear a bit what you guys think. We are where we are right now, very close to May 5th, and the game is about to shut down. So I took this opportunity once again to play the game and talk a bit about it because I really think it's worth it. With that said, my friends, if you're new to my channel and if you like this kind of FPS content, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more videos to come your way when it comes to free-to-play shooters, AAA shooters, indie shooters, and so forth. So thanks for watching, and before the video ends, I just want to show a few moments, not very special, but just those that have been, you know, giving me a smile on my face and something I will remember when I think about America's Army Proving Grounds. So take care, and later.
Here's me. Listen. Oh, maybe. We have guardian.
If you got the flag, yes. Splish, flag, fabricated, bad. All about the Saturday night. Good job.
Nice rush.
Thank you. I read too much L. Ron Hubbard.
Was the last to jump, the first to hit the ground. The sergeant was the last to jump, the first to hit the ground. The sergeant was the last
Where was the
to
R?
jump, the first to hit the ground.
Last to jump,
with his
first to hit the
balls
ground.
hanging low within his trooper boots.